There's Benji.
I don't.
And I thought so. I
Waiting for what? Yeah, Benji.
surprised.
Maybe. Yeah. Because I hold everyone. I mean, I don't have. No. Oh, sure. Yeah, you can go. Sorry. Yeah, you can go there.
Hi guys.
Okay, welcome back everyone for the next element. We have here Team Heretics. Congratulations guys for your victory and reaching the final of Champion Soul. Now we open the floor for questions from the media. First question is from Pedro Romero.
Hey guys, allow me to be the first to congratulate you guys for making it to the grand finals of champions. An incredible achievement, given the long road you guys have taken from the start of 2024 up until now. Job well done. Of course, job is not done yet. Still focusing on today. Gotta give my question over to Neilzinho. You mentioned a little bit in the post match interview you had with Yinsu Achilles and in the broadcast disc, and you talked a little bit about how you kind of compared facing Aspas to facing like other duelists such as Safe. You mentioned about how playing against Aspas is manageable. I might be wrong. You can kind of correct me on that. Still, I want to know what was the game plan behind approaching a player like Aspas and the rest of Leviathan with that in mind, and how was the game plan successful?
Yeah, I think for that, like Aspas is obviously an incredible player, and you have to respect him. Basically, what I was saying is, I mean, I compared him to someone like Safe, right? Like with Safe, he's explosive, he's unpredictable, he's very hard to like prepare for because he plays on his feelings and he'll, take a time in and he's incredible at doing it and he can just split your site in half. Whereas Aspas is a lot more calculated, and if you watch him, which me and Weber did and Boo as well, you can manage him, right? Like we've got good utility, we can push him back. We know he's not gonna take risky engagements. He's quite calculated, so yeah, he's not the player to just send it inside and try win the game by himself, which makes him dangerous as well in his own way, but I think we learned a lot from playing him the first time.
Thanks so much. Next question is from Facundo.
Hi guys, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Well, my question is for anyone who wants to answer. Such a long road in the lower bracket you've done so far. Now looking on tomorrow match, how do you see the stamina after this match will affect tomorrow?
Can I answer?
Yeah.
I think me personally, like my stamina is still full, like every single time I play the game in arena, I want to play more and more. So tomorrow I will be more motivated and more energetic. I don't know about my teammates, but I believe they're also the kind of same because we love playing officials.
We need to talk about opening ceremony as well.
It's gonna be a cool one. So yeah, I believe we are good.
I think for the stamina, like we just make sure we don't waste energy on useless things like social media or thinking, oh my god, it's soon. Then you think a lot, and what if not? Like we just come, we play. Once we're done, we go home, then we come play again. Like it's as simple as that for us because like if you overthink and if you waste energy on other things, then yeah, it's gonna be tough. But I think all of us are making sure we just are focused on the game only.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thanks so much. Thank you for your answer. Next question is from Sierra Frisbee.
Hello, Sierra, just freelance esportscaster here. My question can go to anybody that would like to answer, but Yuzino, it might be good for you. You kicked off your VCT Champion Soul journey with a very close match against FPX, where you narrowly won. I think it was 15-13 OT on map 3. And now your final VCT Champion Soul match will be grand finals against the number 1 team from China, obviously EDG. What do you think are some main differences between EDG and FPX as teams and opponents? And in what ways have you guys changed, do you think, since that opening group stage match?
I think all the Chinese teams are very strong in their own way. I think EGG have improved a lot from Shanghai when we played them the last time. So for me, it's a completely different team that we played in Shanghai. I'm expecting it to be a very good match, and we're going to have to be at our best to win, to be honest. Like, there's no easy games in Champions, right? So it was the same with FPX. It's going to be the same with EDG. Literally every single game we've played, every single game that anyone's played at this tournament has been a battle. There's not been any walkovers, So yeah, for me, I don't want to give too much away, but we're expecting a very good game.
Thank you for your answer. Next question is from Brandon.
Awesome. Thank you. Congrats, guys. This is Brandon with esports.gg. This to the coach as well. No offense to this, but you've been at this FPS game for a while now, not to call you old or anything, but
just don't worry.
Yeah, I'm old as
you've been at this for a while, and even in Valorant, you've been here coaching teams since the very beginning. And this is the first time since the very first champions that we're seeing an EMEA team in the grand final. And obviously the first time we're ever going to see a Chinese team in the grand final. So I'd just like to ask you kind of your thoughts on the evolution of the game, including the kind of fresh blood talent we're seeing and how that compares to, where things were a couple of years ago, where it was very NA dominated. And now we're seeing these new faces step up and take the spotlight.
Yeah, it's interesting. I think me and Weber, our other coach, I was in a team with him years and years ago as well. We played in 2011. I was his IGL. He was also a young talent at one point, and it's always something that I preferred. I think it's nice having, fresh blood coming through, and it was something I always focused on when I was in IGL and CS. I always liked surrounding myself with, just hungry players. And I think that's just what you're seeing now, I think the game's evolved a lot. And that's all that's happening. You're just getting a fresh outlook on things. I feel like at the start of Valorant, there was maybe, a lot of CS players coming in with very strong opinions on how the game should be played, and they took a lot of things from CS, and it's not bad. It's still very valid. But now you're getting, Fortnite noobs like Benji and stuff.
Whoa.
They don't have any set way of playing.
Okay.
It's just a fresh outlook on the game. There's people that are only playing Valorant, and it's wood. They've played Valorant, and that's mostly it. So they play Valorant and they don't play any other game, and they're very easy to develop and very open-minded. So I think that's all it is. It's just fresh players coming in. They're hungry to win. And yeah, that's why we're seeing a change now.
Thank you so much. Next question is from Antonio Sommer.
Thank you so much. I am Antonio Sommer from Nerditude, and my question is for Nilsinho. Now that you know your opponent in the final, is there anything about them that concerns you or that you consider your biggest challenge?
Nah, not really, man. We've had the same outlook on every single team we've played. Every single team, I think I've said it a lot of times now. They're all incredible teams. They're all very, very strong teams. They've all got star players, your Aspas, you got Kang. They're all incredible players. So we just want to focus on ourselves and, just focus on the next game. I've said it in most of these press conferences, we don't focus too much on who we're playing against. We just want to take each game at a time, and we just have one more left now. So that's the focus for tomorrow.
Thank you so much, and good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Now we have two pre-submitted questions. The first one is from Main Stand. This is for anyone on the team. It's in game 3, Leviathan brought the score to 1-2. How much this affect your confidence, knowing that one more game could have ended the match?
I don't think it affected our confidence. It's a game. You win, you lose. We lost a map. It doesn't mean that we're gonna lose the next two or something. So yeah, just refreshed. They played well on the beast. Harbor was hard to play against. But yeah, then there is next map. So we just focus on the next map. There is nothing we could have changed anymore. So we just go next.
Thank you so much. There is another question is in Thailand, there is a joke going around that Team Heretics is representing Thailand because the abbreviation TH also stands for Thailand. How do you feel about that?
Thanks to my friend in the Thailand. We love you all.
Yeah, it's funny. And it's nice.
I think we met them after Shanghai, right? Like a lot of the, I think it was like producers and stuff from the Thai broadcast, and they were asking the same question. It was pretty fun. They were super nice. So yeah.
I mean, next year's Masters is in Thailand, no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be fun if we participate.
Yeah. We will be in
TH in the TH.
Thank you. We have another question. This is from the standard. Question for Benji.
Yeah.
You and your team have once again reached the grand final. How do you cope with the disappointment from the final at Master Shanghai? And what made your team stronger to reach the finals again?
I mean, losing in Shanghai obviously sucked. I think all of us probably learned stuff about ourselves, like individually, and also we learned a lot about us as a team. I think we all hate losing. I feel like every person that competes hates losing. But the only thing that makes you stop losing is learning from the mistakes you make when you lose. I think that's what we've done, and it's what got us here now. I mean, the thing is, I feel like when we play like ourselves, we are the best team in the world, and I think that's what we didn't do in Shanghai in grand finals. So we're just gonna make sure we do that again, or not the same as grand finals, but we play like ourselves. Yeah, for me, losing in Shanghai was really also very sad. You know?
Okay, thank you. Next question is for Benji and Minibu. Is how does having a cute plush on the table during a gaming affect your confidence or belief in the competition?
What, having a plushie on the stage?
Yep.
I mean, it's just a plushie. Like, there is no meaning to it. Like, I carried a plushie for my mother because she gave me on like Easter celebration, and I just bring it for her, you know. And there is no like confidence behind it. I guess it's just a chicken. I mean, for me, I just walk out with the hat because I think the hat looks cool. It just stays there. I'm not gonna go and take it backstage or something. So yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. Now we have one question here in the room.
Hello, I'm Via from Nerditude. My question is for Rians. First of all, congratulations on the win. We saw how you went to give a hug to Kom when the game was over and he was feeling sad. I just want to ask, how does it feel like going against people I imagine you become closer or respect as a player, and even though you win, to have the kindness to show them support?
I mean, I really respect Kom because he is a great player, in my opinion. He won champions before and he was like top 3 this year. So like when I saw him crying, kinda, I was sad and I just wanted to hug him. Like this is just a game, you know? And like beating them doesn't mean that we are enemies, you know? Like we are still friends. So I'm just being like kind, you know? So yeah, that's...
Oh.
Thank you so much. Next question is from Andres.
Hi, my name is Andres from Prensa Esports. Good evening. Congratulations on the win, sirs. You did pretty well. And I have a question for Nelsinho. I would like to ask you if you have any message for all the unconditional fans known as El Barco that you have, who have supported you regardless of the rival and now are happy because you're in the final.
Yeah, thank you to all the fans who stuck by us even through off season. There wasn't Yeah, thank you to all the fans that have stuck by us for all the tough times, and the new fans that have gained as well are equally as important, especially here in Asia. There's been like an insane amount. But yeah, it's super nice to have a really strong fan base behind us. So yeah, thank you to the ones who have supported us through everything. To the ones who didn't, I'm lucky.
Thank you. Now we have the last two questions. Pedro.
I heard that song because it's been following me everywhere. So really do appreciate that. I want to ask two questions. I'll ask the first one right here. Piggybacking off of the last one before me, just sort of talking about the support that you guys have been have. Obviously, it's been growing for each round that you guys have been playing in and winning in. Of course, we've seen people like the Gref, the co-owner of the team, live streaming himself, watching you guys play. We've seen obviously other members within this team, either in the past and even in the present. Mixwell, also another example of that. I mean, how does receiving that kind of support help you guys kind of move forward and just play well and just make this run possible? And I ask this to anyone that would like to answer.
I can answer. I mean, obviously, we all love the support. It's super cool having, Mixwell and the Graph both here. But I mean, I think for me, and maybe I'm speaking for others, but like when we're in the game or we're on stage or we're preparing for the game, we're not really thinking about like other people. We're focusing just on ourselves and the team. For like, if you think about how many people you have supporting you and kind of the outside stuff, then you're going to focus on what's important, on winning. So yeah, obviously it's super cool and we love it, but we're going to do our job.
Yeah, we are just 10 people in the game. Like when we want to play official and want to be ourselves, we need to just focus on our 10 people. Patetek, Niklas, Brandon Weber, Joaquin,
Neil.
Thanks, man.
No, Neil.
Right. I'll ask my second question. It's a little bit of a long one, but bear with me, please. Obviously, as has been covered so many times in this press conference and even past press conference and even in prior press conference before in Masters and the like. Obviously, everybody knows about how you guys have been kind of working together to improve to reach this point. But I kind of want to ask individually on just your story, individual story in this making here. Obviously, Neozinho, you dabble a little bit in CS and other games, and in conjunction with Weber, dabbled a little bit in Dark Zero, in NA Dark Ratio. I remember that. Shout out for the NA people. Benji, Fortnite, everyone knows the story about that. Boo, Mini Boo, initially started your careers in different teams. Now you guys are united. Riens, Woot, starting out in Turkey, making names for yourselves, and playing well, continuing to play well, reaching this point, all as a unit. And that said, as you guys now look ahead towards this final step, on which I might say, I might be wrong, but the biggest game of your lives. That said, should you guys win tomorrow, what would winning this championship mean for you and everyone else within the team? And I ask this to everyone to answer if you guys would like.
Maybe I can start. Like tomorrow is just another game. Like when you start bringing up the meaning to the game, it's really important. Every game is important that we play, and tomorrow is gonna be the same like every usual day. We're gonna play official, and we're gonna prepare for the official the same way. And the meaning of it, we'll have enough time, like 5 months in the off season, to create the meaning of it if you're gonna win, But for now, it's just every other game tomorrow, and that's it.
Yeah, I agree. It might sound boring, but yeah, it's just another game because if you start putting stuff to the game, then I don't know, there's pressure, there is, I don't know, like it's just not worth it. It doesn't matter at the end. And yeah, and for me, the meaning is like, already what we achieved just means that whatever we did was right. So it's just like a proof that the way we think, the way we work was right, which is nice.
Well,
Yeah, no, you go.
Yeah, you go.
Okay. I mean, for me, the way I like to think is like all emotions are temporary. Whether you win, whether you lose, you're gonna feel the same eventually, like after. So you just gotta live in the present and not think too much about the occasion. Like in the end, it doesn't matter. Obviously, it's cool, but it doesn't matter.
For me, I was dreaming about this moment before 3 years, but I made that mistake one time in Shanghai finals. Now, like Tommy said, it's another game day. We will focus no matter what, and we will just feel like in home and playing Prague together.
Yep. I mean, I want to say one thing, that every player in our team have their reasons to win. And one of my reasons to win is my teammates, of course, because we worked hard for this moment. Like winning gonna make me so happy because all my teammates won as well, like not only because of me. So like tomorrow, hopefully we will win as a team and everyone will be happy.
Yeah, I mean, I think what all the guys have said is a good way to sum it up, right? Like, again, for me, I just want us to play good, boring Valorant, like me and Weber always preach. And yeah, it's literally just another official with a K-pop concert before it. And it's just a fun official.
Yeah,
we're chilling.
I want to watch that.
Yeah,
no practice today. For tomorrow.
I mean, before official, Weber said, I want to see the opening ceremony tomorrow. So we just won.
Yeah, that's true.
For Weber,
Thank you so much. The last question is from Sierra.
Hello again. My question goes to Mini Boo Boot or Rins. Any of you can answer it. Last year, all of you are playing in Challengers, and now you are one match away from being global champions. What do you think of your time spent in Challengers as a path to pro, and how did it prepare you for competing and succeeding in VCT on Team Heretics?
I think it's completely different because like VCLs, like Challenger Leagues, are working completely different from EMEA and partner leagues. For example, you can't read enemies' games. Like all you need to do just play randomly, because it's completely different overall.
I mean, I agree that it's different, and I think when you're playing in VCLs, you don't really know how good you are. Like there is no scale, and there is like way more like question marks. You haven't like yet proven yourselves, and yeah, like I don't know, it's just different. Like it's hard to compare it, and it's like, yeah, I mean, playing in tier 1 is always better than in tier 2.
I mean, I have different opinion on that because like when I was playing in Turkish League, like Turkish League is kind of like full W, like APEC ranked kind of. So that prepares you that
Against
your enemies in international tournaments, because you would never know what is Paper X gonna do in a official. Like I'm not gonna lie, I would never know what are they gonna do. Like so, playing in Turkish League, let's say, that prepares me to Paper X. Like I mean, we didn't beat them, but some kind of Chinese teams as well. Like their gameplay is kind of different. That like they're good. They will never forgive you if you like make mistakes, of course. But they're like so random, So playing in Challengers League before kind of prepares you for all the situations, because as Wood said, you don't know what is your enemy gonna do. Like you cannot kind of read them. So yeah, that's.
Also, I want to add one more point. I think the Challenger Leagues are really good step for showing yourself to partner teams, and yeah, it's working like that. You need to show yourself in Challengers League, and one partner team gonna get you. it's working like that in Valorant.
I think it was the same for everyone, right? Like, I mean, Neil probably looked at us play, or like they saw us, or Neil and Weber, like they saw us during like us playing in tier 2.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's how we're here now.
Yeah, it's a good system to scout players and see how they perform under LAN environments, and then obviously in officials. But yeah, it's definitely a positive thing.
Thank you, and good luck in grand finals tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Now we have the last question in the room.
Hello. And what do you think you guys will be the result tomorrow? Maybe 3-1 or 3-2? Everyone can answer the question. Thank you.
I mean, we always hope for a 3-0, I think. we always play for a 3-0, but obviously, I mean, they're also a good team. Like, we can also lose rounds, like dumb rounds. They can lose dumb rounds. Like, I don't know, when it's at this level, you can't really predict it. But, I mean, for me, I always go for a 13-0. So I'm hoping for 3 13-0s and a 3-0.
And that would make me very happy.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we're gonna win tomorrow, no matter the score.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you to Heretics for joining us today, and for sharing your thoughts and experience.